Hey y'all, hey. Y'all wanna see how I go from looking like that to this? You found the right place. Just keep on watching. Hey y'all, hey. It's your girl Glamour Girl Erica B, and I'm coming at y'all with another quick video on how I re-dye my hair to get the juicy red crimson cherry color that I have. In this video, you'll see me just jump right into it. I'm starting off with my hair dye box. I use box dye. This time I use the color magenta, and it's by the brand Temptation, Kiss Temptation. If you don't know, that's the brand that I use most often in my hair to get the color that I have. But the color magenta was a new color for me. I had never used the box dye with the dye and the red and the dye and the color inside of it. I always dye my hair blonde first and then use the Kiss Temptations to put the color into my hair. So right here you see me mixing up that box dye and fixing my phone. But yeah, you gotta mix it on up and shake it like your life depends on it. While I was recording, I did notice that, while watching this back, I did notice that I never showed y'all the box that I used. So I tried to do a little slow-mo right there to show y'all the box that we actually used. And here you see me just mixing up that second bottle of the hair dye. And this little tube was like a little serum. I can say I did like the box dye, just the thought of being able to do everything in one step versus my usual way of dyeing my hair, which is in my last hair re-dye video. But this color, you'll see, I had to do a little bit of surgery on it in order to get the color that I wanted. So just keep watching to see the results. And goodness, do y'all see all of that new growth? At the time of this video, I had not re-dyed my hair since April of 2025, and this was January. So I had a good amount of new growth that I've been trying to mask for a few months. Usually I try to dye my hair at least every 3, maybe 6 months. It just depends, but I did stretch it out a little bit there. So it just sees me reading the instructions, making sure I'm doing it right, because again, this was a new dye, box dye that I had never used before. So I read the instructions, and then now we're ready to start. You see me do sections on my hair. I just do quadrants, so just break it up into 4. Nothing really specific. I don't use clips or hair ties or anything like that. I just break it up into 4 sections. Then I'm showing you that I'm going to put in the crimson semi-permanent hair dye on the ends of my hair that's already dyed. And then I'm going to put in the box hair dye on my roots. Now I'm going to try not to talk too much during this tutorial. So it's just a look and see. But I'm going to take this bag. Something that I noticed that when I dye my hair that it makes a huge mess all over myself, all over everything. So this bag did help it a lot with the cleanup process. So you see I took the bag and made 3 holes, 1 hole for my head and then 2 holes for each arm. And then I wore it pretty much like a t-shirt. This kind of protected my clothes from getting dyed and from the dye getting all over my skin, all over my back and my neck and stuff like that. So it won't prevent it 100%, but it definitely does help with the cleanup. And then you'll see a little bit later on, I'm going to use it actually as a bonnet or a hair cover to let the hair dye sit. So it actually served 2 purposes in this video. So again, I'm going in with the crimson the Kiss Temptation in the color crimson, and I'm putting it on the hair that is already dyed. What I did not show is that my hair is wet, so I did wet my hair from the colored part down. The roots are not wet, but just that part that I'm adding the semi-permanent hair color to are wet, just to help it take a little bit better. Now you see me going in with the box dye in the color magenta, so I'm gonna go and kind of do 3 passes. So the first pass I kind of focus more so on the ends of the last dye part, the part that's not closest to the root. Then you'll see me go back through again, and I'm going to focus on the actual root part, and then you're going to see me brush through it again, and that is just to kind of saturate my entire scalp with the solution, so I can get nice even coverage, no dark spots, no splotchiness or anything like that. This method works best for me. I do it if I'm using anytime I'm dyeing my hair. That's the method that I use. I usually go through 3 times. And I'm going to use the entirety of both of those boxes of hair dye and make sure that my scalp is fully saturated, just in order to get the results that I want. And right here you see me raking the box dye, bleach dye through my hair, through the ends of my hair. I do that so I don't have a heavy line of demarcation. So I want to make sure that you're not able to see the part that is freshly dyed, so you'll be able to just make it look more seamless. And I'm using the bag to cover my hair, just because it helps with insulation, helps the hair dye activate faster, and it keeps my hair off of my skin. And I'm gonna go in and just clean myself up, clean up the area. And I will say that the bag trick really does work. Usually I'll have hair dye everywhere, but right here is just, a few spots in the common areas on the neck, the arm, the face, stuff like that. But usually it'll be almost like just crime scene. And I let this hair dye sit for about 45 minutes. As you can see, it's not really turning the red color that I want, the red color that I'm used to. Yeah, so it's looking more like a gingery kind of color. It's not giving that vibrant red that I like. You can see the disappointment on my face. And at this point, y'all, it was burning. It did not feel good. So I went ahead and I rinsed it out. And this is the color that I ended up with. Definitely not the color that I was going for. So I went back into the shower and conditioned my hair, and then I add that red, the rest of that red crimson color that I had added on the ends at the beginning of the video, and I just added that throughout my hair. And that is how I got my seamless, vibrant, plush, delicious, yummy looking red hair. It looks so good. And again, now you can see that there's no line of demarcation from where my new growth had grown out to the parts that were already dyed. It looks so good. And this is how it looked after I blow dried it and just did a fake retwist on the front 2 rows. But yes, it looks so beautiful. And this is a new method of how I get my hair color. Will I use that box dye again? No. I think I'm just going to go for what I know and do the honey blonde dye and the red color like I showed in my last re-dye video. And if you haven't had a chance, make sure you go over and check out my other videos on lock maintenance. And also don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to get notified. Thank y'all so much for watching my video. I will catch y'all in the next one. All right, y'all, bye.